Okay. Wow, that was a race. Hello, my name is Alex Does F1 Stuff, and welcome to a speed review for round number 8 for the Italian Grand Prix around the circuit of Monza. So for those who have not seen this series before, it is basically me running down the entire weekend, all of the practice sessions, all of the qualifying sessions and the race, including all of the bits of detail that I can in a quick time as possible. There will also be a slightly longer race weekend review, closer to 30 minutes. If you guys are interested in watching that, that will obviously come out slightly later after this. So without further ado, we will begin the review now and head on into practice 1, which was dominated by the Mercedes pair, with Alex Albon P3, then Kvyat in AlphaTauri P4, with Max Verstappen P5, the other AlphaTauri of Pierre Gasly in 6th, then Perez, Norris, Ricciardo, Sainz, Leclerc, the fastest Ferrari-powered car, in 11th, then Ocon, Stroll, the two Hasses, the two Alfa Romeos, Nissany in the Williams, Vettel down in 19th, and Latifi in 20th. But the big talking point was Max Verstappen crashing out in practice 1, testing a extremely low downforce setup to try and beat those Mercedes cars. And practice 2 was much the same. Hamilton from Bottas once again, Mercedes 9/10ths clear of Lando Norris this time, ahead of Pierre Gasly, with the AlphaTauri still going strong. Max Verstappen P5, then Sainz, Kvyat, Stroll, Leclerc breaking into the top 10, and again the fastest Ferrari-powered car. Then it's Perez, Ocon, Vettel, Giovinazzi, Albon, Ricciardo, Magnussen, Raikkonen, Grosjean, Latifi and Russell in the first time out for Williams in 20th place. And then the practice before qualifying, practice 3, sees Valtteri Bottas claim top spot, with the two McLarens having a stellar performance in P2 and P3. Then it's Ricciardo, Hamilton, the two Red Bulls, Ocon, the two Racing Points, Leclerc again in 11th. The two AlphaTauris have slightly dropped off the pace, with Grosjean, Vettel, Magnussen, Raikkonen, the two Williams, and Giovinazzi rounding off the field. And with practice out of the way, we will jump straight on into qualifying, and Q1 sees Kimi Raikkonen make it through for only the second time this year, with Grosjean, Vettel in the Ferrari encountering traffic problems out, with Giovinazzi and the two Williams cars. And then we had Q2, which saw Danny Kvyat be knocked out in the AlphaTauri, with Ocon as well. Then it was Leclerc, Raikkonen and Magnussen, with both McLarens and both Racing Points making it through. And finally Q3, it was a 1-2 lockout. With the engine modes locked from Saturday to Sunday, Mercedes were still 8/10ths faster. From P3 in Sainz in P3. Then it was Perez P4, with Verstappen down in 5th. Then it was Norris, Ricciardo, Stroll, Albon and Gasly are your top 10 for what was a hectic Italian Grand Prix, which we will get on into now. It saw Pierre Gasly claim victory. Pierre Gasly in the AlphaTauri. No, this is not an April Fool's. Pierre Gasly won from Carlos Sainz, from Lance Stroll, from Lando Norris. Then it was Valtteri Bottas in P5, then Ricciardo, then Hamilton, then Ocon, then Kvyat, then Perez. It was an incredible race for McLaren, so close, just 4/10ths at the flag between Sainz and his first ever victory. And finally, a podium for Racing Point in the year that looked so promising for them. But the reason why it was such a hectic race was Leclerc having a massive off on lap 23 into the Parabolica, and the exit of Parabolica, and causing an enormous red flag incident, which Lewis Hamilton pitted when the pit lane was closed, costing him a 10-second stop and go. There was also collision at the start with Bottas and Norris as well, causing Bottas damage, which is why he was down in just P5. But let's have a look at what this has done to the championships. It is Hamilton leading once again from Bottas, still 47 points as Bottas gets back in front of Verstappen. Norris is now P4 with Stroll P5 on 57 points each, jumping in front of Albon. Then it's Leclerc and Gasly all the way up in 8th. Then it's Ricciardo, Sainz, Perez, Ocon, Vettel, Hulkenberg, Kvyat, Giovinazzi, Magnussen, Latifi, Raikkonen, Russell, Grosjean. And in the constructors, Mercedes pulls away from Red Bull, who had a double no-point score. One car DNF'd and the other didn't score any points. And a graphical visualization of all of this data looks a bit like this. A very hectic midfield, with the constructors looking much the same, with AlphaTauri thrusting their way up to that midfield fight. And that's the review all done. 5 minutes and 2 seconds. If the time on screen is slightly different, oops. I'm timing it on my phone, so there may have just been a small little discrepancy. Wow, I am out of breath, made a few mistakes, but one take. One take, that's all it took. Some of the past ones have been, God, that's a mistake. Some of the past ones have been many takes trying to get it right. That's also another aim of the speed review, get it right all in one take. But there will be a much more serious, sort of slower, casual look at every single team in my race weekend review, which will hopefully come out tomorrow morning. That is Monday, the Monday after the race. Oh boy, that was exciting. That was incredible. More races like that, please. But that is all I've got for you today, guys. I hope you have enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next video with whatever and whenever I decide to make it. I'll see you guys then.